Question number 9 about special relativity. It's good that you have highlight on the keywords here. Okay, let's see. We have a space-time diagram. So basically, we have a axis. With the x here means the position. So it will record the space information. And also like the vertical axis with the t here, that should be the time. But in also to have these two match in unit, we have the speed of light times with the t, right? And these two axes is for the reference frame S. Now we have another frame S prime, which should travel at some speed relatively highly compared to the reference S here. So if we want to see how fast this one travel, we can see how the time axis here is have been like tilted away from the original S here. So this angle here, if you remember, this is just a quick review. This angle here, the tangent of this angle will equals to the V over the C, right? How fast of the frame S travel in relative to the S frame compared to the speed of light, okay? And this will be also like the same angle as well. How the position axis been tilted from the original S here. This is the S frame, okay? Okay, so that's just another review. And they asked us to find which event, okay, simultaneous and happen like also like 1 second here, but in the S frame. Okay, so if you remember, whenever you got the axis tilted already, so in order to find the simultaneous with the x, we need to draw the line that is called like the simultaneity, right? Because that actually is a line that parallel to the position axis. So like this is good, you try this one here, and it's also like cross the x here. So all the events in this line will occur at the same time with the x position here, okay? Or for example, if you see this p here, if you draw a simultaneity parallel to the x here, then something happen in the s frame. For example, maybe a y here will be simultaneously with the p. Make sense? Or just like the same with the q here, you draw a simultaneity line parallel to the space axis through the q, then you can find that it is some event happen here on the S frame, okay? So it's good to identify that should be the R point, that the R event. An event will be just like a point here because it just can be identified through the space and the time. Next, it asks for this one. So we need to have a review about the constant space-time interval. So what is it? Basically, we know that they should be in shape of hyperbola, right? On the space-time diagram, the hyperbola here traces on the possible events with equal proper time-like. So basically here, let's say if this original here, let's say if you have some event O, okay, that's occur here at the initial time t equal to 0, at the initial position x also equal to 0 in the frame S, okay? And it's also like the same for the S prime, okay? Okay, so now here, so you can see that how long does it take for event X to occur after event O, this amount, right? And that is how long? 1 second, okay? According to the S reference frame. How about in the S frame? You can see this one. You need to go to this event here, okay? So from O to Q here, this is actually 1 second, okay, in the S frame. So you can see that the length of this one and the length of this one is different from each other. Why? Because that's the time dilation, okay? It's just 1 second, but in 1 second in this frame is different from 1 second in this frame, okay? But basically, whenever you have the hyperbola, that will be like 1 second. But the 1 second in here is different from the 1 second in here. right? Because this one happens simultaneously with this one. Can you see that? Okay, so 1 second in this one seems to be longer than 1 second in this one. Does that make sense? Right? Because the event R occurs after event Q and after event P along their time axis. Sounds good? Okay, so that's why we have to go with Q. Okay, please let me know if you have any question. Thank you.